Hello, dominants and submissives. I'm Master Zahn from Ontario, and today's lecture is lecture number 6, Single but Still In. Now, I often talk about things that require both a dominant and submissive partner, but you don't actually need a partner to be active in the lifestyle. I'm going to start with the submissive side, because for dominance, it's not that hard to be active without a partner. You can practice knot, rope tying, anytime kind of thing. You can study and learn. You can obviously think about tasks that you would assign and try to set up a dynamic to use when you have a submissive. You'd have to change it when you got one, but submissive side is a bit harder to be active on your own. Now, one thing that a submissive can do to be active on their own is attend a munch. A munch is just a gathering of kinksters, often in a vanilla setting. It's not a play event, it's a starting place when you're first starting out in the lifestyle. You go to munches, you get invited to events and parties at other places. People there, after you've gone for a while, are able to vouch for you. Now, there's also clubs and houses that you can attend to, but again, you often have to be invited or at least have somebody who can vouch for you or bring you there the first few times. FetLife is a good place to find events that you don't need to be a member for places. It helps you find munches, but if there's a club or a house that's near you, there are often events that don't require you to be a member to go there, and going to these will help you get a membership in the end. Now, some people live in small areas like me. I have a town of only 50,000, and not every week is there an event. A munch happens about every 2 months. There's been one event in the last couple years that hasn't been a munch held in my town. I'm slowly trying to rectify that by starting my school and my house, and then I want to host small events myself. The obvious way to be active for a submissive is to study. You go onto sites like Whispering Angel Wings or the Submissive's Guide. You look up the things that you would want to do for your dominant. You can explore your own kinks, your own desires and fetishes. BDSMtest.org has a test that will show you what type of sexual deviant, it's called, you are. And it has all the different types of kinks and fetishes, and after you list it, it tells you what percent you are for degrader, rigger, mummy or daddy, brat, right down to what percent of vanilla you are. So it's a very useful tool for those still trying to figure themselves out. You can also find a mentor, or in some cases, a dominant, without having to establish a relationship with them. This is, again, just a way to learn until you're ready to start your own dynamic relationship, if that's what you're looking for. Not every dynamic is involved with a relationship, but that's what most people tend to look for. One other thing that can be very helpful for a dominant or a submissive just starting out or looking to study on their own is a book that I wrote. The lectures that I'm turning into videos are the base for a book that I wrote called The DS Code. On my Facebook pages, different levels of its completion are available for download. The Dom Exchange has the finished edited version. It just has the final edit left to do, which won't be put online. When a dominant is trying to learn on their own, there are many things that they can do, as I said. They're able to practice knot tying on their own. They're able to, again, go out to events, create events, pretty much anything that a submissive can do. But a dominant also has the option of setting everything up in advance for a submissive. It's very hard for a submissive to set things up in advance for a dominant that they don't know, because the dominant's the one who helps set the structure of everything. But for a dominant, you're actually able to start setting up what you would want in a dynamic. If you wanted a 24/7 dynamic, or if you wanted a human pet or a little, you're able to start. Both dominants and submissives are able to start thinking of tasks that they would do. When a submissive is involved in self-training, they often will set tasks and rules that they have to follow themselves. So they have to get up at 8 o'clock every morning. They have to go through their position training. This is a way to help them study and get used to the idea and the feel of the dominant submissive relationship while still on their own. Now, some people are home ridden but still want to be involved in the lifestyle. For this, vet life can actually be quite useful. One thing that you're able to do is you're able to set a small gathering event where people have to message you beforehand, or if they're coming, and only then do you provide them with the address. This gives a chance to vet the people who are coming to this event. So if you're stuck at home, you're able to actually have people come over to you for a quick meet and greet, sort of like a munch, but smaller and more intimate. Now, for being single but still in, again, you have as many options as depends on the type of dynamic that you want. If you have further questions about this, you can feel free to list in the comments, or if you're part of my lecture chat, you can message me. But as with most of my lectures, if questions and comments start coming in, I will do an extension to this video. So I want to thank you all for tuning into this lecture. Once again, this was Single But Still In. And the next lecture is going to be Getting Past Shyness. So thank you everybody, and I'm Master Zahn. Have a good day.